everybody. Welcome to a very special and fancy Impossible Coin. I am your very special and fancy host, Brian Cartwright. I'm wearing my most resplendent tuxedo. Somewhere in West Texas is Rocky Hardy. Rocky, how are you dressed for this very special anniversary?
Well, it's a little early for tuxedos, so I'm just in my boat shoes, my chinos, and my polo with a sweater vest over it.
Fantastic. Very, very fancy. Kind of a morning fancy, if you will.
Yeah.
Happy fancy anniversary, Tegan Somerset.
Hello, yes, happy anniversary. I, of course, as the female of the group, I'm still getting ready.
Yeah.
So, you'll have to give me another 30 minutes to another hour because, my curling iron wasn't working this morning, so, now my whole routine's behind.
I feel
so,
that.
Tegan, it's going to be, at least another 30 minutes?
Yeah, but I want to make sure you're ready before I'm ready. If I'm ready and you're not ready by the time I'm ready, then, there will be hell. Because I've said 5 more minutes probably 10 times already.
Well, Tegan, since it's going to take you another 30 minutes, I do have a question. Do you got any bowls?
Oh, God. Not in my bathroom, no. I don't keep bowls in my bathroom.
Cool.
I like potpourri.
No, I have, a little aromatic thing. It's not like a potpourri because, the cats will eat it.
True.
Cats eat potpourri. That's not good for them. So, I have, it's a little... They're like these little sticks, and they, soak up the perfume stuff and diffuse them that way. So it's not, anything that'll set off my asthma or anything the cat
Explain
can,
to me why cats
into.
are specifically into potpourri and wires. It's it is the most fucking counterintuitive, bad evolution thing ever. It's I'm a cat. You know what's delicious? Wires.
They're into wires because of animal tails. A lot of the animals they hunt have long, thin tails that whip around like wires do. But the reason they're into potpourri is definitely the same reason humans are into potpourri. Crunch. It got that good crunch.
Wait, are we supposed to be eating potpourri? Am I understanding this right?
Yes, Rocky. If you could arrange to make sure that the next time you eat your potpourri, we somehow get to watch.
Just make sure you use your very small potpourri fork.
Is that
You gotta get that good lavender drizzle.
I regret this. I really do. I don't have a lot of those, so thanks.
You're welcome. Happy to assist.
Good times. So yeah, guys, we have made 2 years of this show.
It's true.
How about them apples? I think that we have somehow managed to come a bit far from 4.5 hours where we talk about a video game that makes Rocky angry.
Yeah, that was a time. I remember that.
Yep. So
Brian didn't even play it.
You do?
That was the worst part. I played it because I thought Brian wanted to talk about it so we could talk about it, and then Brian didn't even play it.
Well, I had already played it, dog.
Wait, really? You played Copa Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, then never mind. I feel better about it now. A little better. I'm still kind of mad.
Wieners. So, Tegan,
Yeah.
what exactly is Kick Vic?
Oh. We're starting with that, huh? We're starting with that. Okay, so Vic Mignogna, whatever the
I call
fuck
him
his
a
name
cogna
is.
just to trash him.
Yeah, basically. He's a voice actor, okay? And he voice acted some great, amazing characters. And basically, in a turn of events that surprises literally fucking no one from the early anime convention scene, he's like a huge predator.
Thoroughly gross. Complete human garbage.
Yep, under kissing and, touching girls who, max out around, 14, 15, really inappropriate comments, and he's like, and recently, finally, after all these allegations have, like, come up, because we're all adults now, and we're fucking tired of seeing this shit, he has been fired from Funimation, and all of his guest appearances for the rest of the year have been canceled. Yay! You
Got him.
fuck. Get out.
It's like, come on.
If we actually manage to successfully ruin a man's career over sexual assault allegations, I'll be thrilled. Because, Jesus, this is ridiculous.
Makagna's been a problem for, like, a really long time.
Every character he voiced would be absolutely disgusted with his behavior. Every single one.
You know what? I would pay good money to watch an Edward Elric, like, cosplayer beat the shit out of Vic Makagna. I really would. That sounds great.
Right? And I would love to see Tamaki Suo take him down 1,000 pegs.
I'm down.
He would be insulted. Kyoya's secret police would be all up his ass. It'd be amazing. He'd be banished from Japan. Like, that's just how it works in Oran.
Just can't go to Japan anymore. That sounds great.
Can't go anywhere anymore. He'd just be dead. He'd disappear. No one would know why.
He disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Yep. That'd be it.
This guy looks like an evil realtor.
Yeah.
Right?
But, like, imagine an evil realtor that fills up, like, teenage girls and rips off people at conventions.
Yeah.
You got Vic Makagna.
Yeah, and that's...
No, but...
These thumbs are down.
Tegan, I gotta ask you about the real issues.
All the thumbs are down. Yeah.
Okay, so, you tweeted yesterday, I broke the printers at work again. So,
yeah.
You broke the printer. I want to know about this latest printer breaking. Yeah,
Fiasco?
Can you tell me about that?
I would like to, for the record, before we actually dig in, I just want to enter into the record the formal exchange of tweets between Tegan Somerset and Rocky Hardy on this topic. Playing the roles of both Tegan Somerset and Rocky Hardy will be me, Brian Cartwright.
Mm-hmm.
He's up for a Grammy.
Latin Grammy, though.
A lot of pressure there, Tegan. Okay.
Yeah.
Tegan, I broke the printers at work again. Sad face. Rocky, what? Tegan, I'm not sure where the confusion is. I broke the printers at work again. Rocky, I have several questions. Right. I will ask them tomorrow.
And here I am.
And then
asking the questions.
A unknown third party replied, Miss Tegan is too powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To which Tegan replied with an animated gif of a cat fucking up a printer saying, I just want to print stuff. So, Tegan, please tell us what the shit is going on.
So, as part of my actual real-life job that I make actual real-life money doing, I have to print every document that's submitted to me, track my changes on them, in pen, return them to the person who submitted them to me. And it goes back and forth like this until everything's fine, and I could say, yes, this can go out to the world.
Commuting to 1975.
And then I have to, because our legal department asked us to, I have to file all of those printed documents. If I could do all of this digitally, I would. But legal does not want us to do it all digitally. We have to have hard copies so that we can show each iteration of the project.
Is your legal department in 1975?
Yes.
They probably still wear tan suits.
And our registers are from, like, the 1960s. They're awful.
Tragic.
Probably actually 1975. They're bad. They're ugly. They're hard to navigate. We don't have barcode scanners. It's a good whole thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah. No barcode scanners in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Anyway. So, the longest story short, because this has been going on for over a year and a half
we're gonna
now.
get to that.
Whenever I print PowerPoints, I completely knock the printer offline. So they moved me to a location with 3 different printers that are all, like, relatively new. I mean, they're all, like, copy, fax, printer, like, big things. When I tried to print this PowerPoint the other day, I took down all 3 printers. All of them. It prints the first 4 slides of the PowerPoint, and then the printer goes offline. And that's it. And then we have to call IT, and IT comes up, and they have to reset the printer, and then they go, okay, it's all set, and then it'll try to continue to print my PowerPoint and crash the printer again. Every single time. This is
Tegan,
what
what's
happens.
on the 5th slide? Like, just tell me. What's on...
Huh? Nothing. No, it depends. It depends entirely on what the PowerPoint is. Because it doesn't matter what it is. It only matters that it's a PowerPoint.
Have you tried burning sage around the printers? Maybe they're cursed.
Oh, maybe. Well, everyone else can print PowerPoints. It's literally just me. So maybe it's my computer that needs the sage. But, so what their first solution was, this isn't a real problem. For a year and a half, this isn't a real problem. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I just was like, if you have a PowerPoint, you have to print it for me because I can't print them. And they're like, that's stupid. And so this year they're like, we'll build you a new computer. And I'm like, cool. So now I have a brand new fancy Windows 10 computer with all my stuff on it. And that did not fix the problem. And so IT said, we'll take another look at it. Hang on. 3 weeks go by, and they're like, okay, we think we fixed it. There's a setting in your PowerPoint that you have to turn off before you print. And I'm like, okay. It worked for 2 days. And that was all I had to do to print the PowerPoint. So I'm like, nice. So now I've gotten another round of PowerPoints. I turned off the setting like they said, and I took down all the printers. And IT just came up, looked at the printer error, and immediately came over to my desk and said, can I check some stuff out? And I'm like, yeah, you could just, my fault, I know. And they have no idea. They still have no idea what's wrong. It just doesn't work. I just can't print PowerPoints without literally murdering every printer.
Amazing. Okay. That's real weird.
Are there additional questions?
Not really. Nothing that really, like, leads in the content.
There are more questions. No, not really. That's some bullshit. Yes, it is some bullshit. Thank you. It's been a year and a half. In June, we'll get to 2 years. I'll have more PowerPoints to print then. It still won't be fixed. IT will have to come up again. I already know. They're already tired of me.
That's actually ridiculous, though.
It's dumb. Why? Why is it just my stuff? It's only when I try to print PowerPoints. Everyone else can print a PowerPoint, but if I'm logged into any computer and I try and print a PowerPoint, fucking crashes the printers that I'm trying to print to. And I'll be like, oh, that printer went down. Maybe it's out of paper. I'll just switch to a different printer and take that printer down too. Like, I am the zombie plague in our department.
Actually, I do have additional questions, but I think they can't be articulated without more research. I'll figure this out later. It's not super important. We'll come back to it.
If you figure out what's wrong with my computer so that I can actually print stuff, you'll be a hero.
Gang!
You'll have outsmarted our entire
Does
IT
that mean
department.
I get to take their jobs? Because
no
I could
idea.
use some IT money, if we're being honest. Gang!
Yes. Yeah, but you do have to move to Ohio.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Ooh.
Man, that's rough.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, Tegan. I'm just gonna...
Rocky.
You can have all their jobs, but you do have to move to Ohio.
Oh, man.
Rocky, Tegan got some Ohio on your dreams.
Oh, man. But, like, I'm gonna miss the... How do I get Chile to Ohio? I need some...
You have to import
Damn,
it.
that takes forever. Like, I know people
It
in
does.
Austin that wait, like, weeks to eat, like, tacos, and that's bullshit. Like,
Why? You could also, this is a thought, just put up with our second-rate tacos.
Fuck
Tegan, I think I've told the story.
You could show me how to live as a
Tegan,
human,
I'll teach you guys how to make tacos. Maybe I'll take over a Mexican restaurant in Ohio. I could do that. Like, watch me. I swear to God. But, like, I remember there was one time when I was in New York, when I was a freshman in college, a couple of, like, people that, like, lived on my floor, which were, you know, my first real friends in college or whatever. And, they knew of this restaurant that was in the Lower East Side that would serve them margaritas that didn't card because, you know, they weren't making enough money. So we went there one night, like, you know, a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds, and they ordered, like, pitchers of margaritas. And I didn't really care about that. I wasn't super, like, jazzed about drinking. But I ordered some enchiladas, and, like, I swear to God, they gave me, like, rotten shredded beef in my enchiladas. I got really upset. And I got so mad, and I'm not proud of this, but I got so mad that I flipped that table forgetting that.
Wait, you actually
I actually flipped the table. I forgot that my friends were there, and that they were drinking margaritas and they wanted to be low key. I totally forgot. I made a scene. I got in trouble. We all left the restaurant. They banned me. I can't go back there anymore. Like, they took my picture before I left and everything. I'm never going back there. And like,
that's
and like,
amazing.
I think something like 5 years afterwards, they actually went out of business. So I guess I won that fight. But like, you know, like I don't have a lot of tolerance for bad Mexican food. I don't. It's not in me. Like, it's one of my glaring weaknesses. Like, it's all shit.
You've amazed Brian at levels he was not expecting.
I'm just thinking about that, like, that fucking Japanese arcade game where you just flip tables.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah!
And I'm just picturing a level where
That's
it's
a
like
fun one.
the rotten beef level.
Someone served you rotten beef, so that's why you flipped the table?
Yep.
It was warranted, dude, man. I swear, like, it was... Enchiladas are one of my favorite foods. Like, one of my favorite foods. Like, I could probably eat enchiladas nonstop forever. If it was really, like, gun in my head, I could probably eat, like, my body weight in enchiladas. Like, don't test me. But, like, just eat, like, bad... Like, enchiladas that bad. And I was in a new city, you know, new people. And I thought I found a little slice of home, you know? Like, nope. I thought, like, and it just wasn't it. They're like, it was a lie. They served me a lie on a plate, and then they charged me $13 for it. $13 for rotten enchiladas, dude? Like, it's just, I can't do it. It's not me. That's all it was.
Tegan, what the fuck is going on with Minecraft? I
don't know. What is going on with Minecraft? Why did I decide in fucking 2019 I was gonna start a new fucking Minecraft game?
In 2019?
Minecraft in this economy? Maybe that's why. I just want to live. I'm a small self-sustaining.
That sounds great.
There's no Animal Crossing. There's no Harvest Moon yet, so I'm just stuck.
Tegan, can I interest you in Stardew Valley? You can play co-op now.
Maybe it's time to get into Stardew Valley.
There are so many girls, and there are boys. Some of the boys are okay, as far as I can tell. But, like...
Some of the boys are, like, passable.
Yeah, like, you know, like...
Okay.
Like, every girl is pretty much fantastic. Some of the guys are okay. It's just the vibe. That's how it worked out.
Right. That seems to be how it mostly works out. So that's fair. But, yeah. So I started a new Minecraft server. You can't... There's no peaceful mode anymore, which sucks.
Yeah, they did like adventure and like survival, right?
Yeah, it's survival or creative, and that's it. That's it. So I have to play with monsters, and you know what? I hate playing with monsters. There's a fucking mine shaft in my fucking mine that I found, and I want to go explore it. Except it's full of monsters, and so I can't go in it.
Oh, no.
So I'm just like, man, I bet there's some cool resources down there. Well.
Wait, hold on. So creative mode still has monsters in it?
No. Creative mode has nothing in it. Creative mode, you hit everything with one hit and it, like, goes away.
Okay.
It's not any of the fun of peaceful mode.
Because you're, like, exploring and, like, a creative, like, they cut out the exploring.
Yeah, creative mode is just for, like, building crazy big projects and stuff.
That's kind of lame.
I just want peaceful mode.
I remember, like, I never built anything, like, super ornate. Like, I remember whenever I played Minecraft, I would just, like, build, like, a small 2-story house. You know, I'd have a couple of rooms, but not too much. I'd try to make one of my walls out of glass because I like having, like, a glass wall. Mm-hmm. And then, like, at some point I'd build a boat and I just, like, start sailing around and just, like, sail aimlessly and stuff. That was a vibe. I liked Minecraft.
Right? Yeah, but, like, you can't do that anymore.
Tragic.
It is. It's sad. I just want to, like, mess around, make my house out of bricks, but I gotta find enough clay to make my house out of bricks, and I can't find enough clay because I can't build enough safe spaces along the way to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, so that monsters don't spawn around me and stuff.
True.
It's a struggle. But yeah, started a Minecraft game. I don't know, it's been okay.
Nah, so like, I'm not sure. Are you getting back into the Adventure Zone, or have you just been like listening to it for the first time?
First time listener. I listened to like my brother and me stuff like on and off, but I'd never listened to the Adventure Zone, and I started like on Sunday-ish. I'm on episode 53. And I've listened to both of the like ones they recorded. So like Griffin and Justin just had their baby. Or is it Travis? Whatever. Two of them just had babies, so there are like some fillers in here, and I listened to the fillers first because I'm really trying to get Alex to listen to the Adventure Zone so that we can listen to the end of it together. But he's so far behind, and I'm just like, but I need to know what happens. Like, I need to know. So I'm playing catch up. But it's been a lot of fun. That's fun. Cool. Yeah, I did it kind of in prep for D&D, because we're getting ready to start a campaign. We're going to be starting next
For sure.
week.
You playing 5e?
Yeah, we're doing 5e. I'm going to be an Azmar bard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good time, I think. I don't know. I'm going to do my best not to make a horny bard.
Wait, why is
I'm
this?
Just going to be a very...
Why? Why?
Wait.
What do you mean, why? Why do I want to not be a horny bard?
Yes.
Because, I don't want to be a horny bard. I want to be something less silly, but in different ways. Horny bards are boring, I think. Just because bards have a high charisma score and are able to persuade you to do basically whatever with a high enough check doesn't mean that I want to be like, I flirt with the monster, which is kind of the rep that bards have.
Okay, what if the bard were horny in new ways? You could come up with that new horny tech.
Like what? Like horny for knowledge bard? I like see a library and immediately
You're like,
come.
yeah, them books.
Oh God.
I'm just saying that, like, you could turn it on its ear.
Wait, and there's a word for that already, right? It's like bibliophile?
Yeah,
that just means a person likes books. That doesn't mean they want to fuck them. That's like some Tumblr shit.
Okay, fine. So we take out philia and we take like eros, right? So maybe like, what is like the noun ending of like eros? Because like you take philia and you get phile. Eros, you get erile? Bibliaral? No, that's not right. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh,
I know a Latin nerd. I'll ask him about it later.
How about you just try and get somebody to give your party a bunch of Pegasus? Like that.
That was literally sex work, Brian.
What?
He's referring to a thing in like Community where there was and also I don't think it was a bard. I think it was like just like I think it was a warrior that seduced like the maiden or whatever, and then she gave them Pegasi in like exchange. Like that's literal sex work. That's what that was.
Oh.
Community got wild.
But you get a cool winged horse out of it.
3, actually. They got 3 Pegasi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neat. I don't know. We'll see. We have 2 warlocks in our group, and a cleric and a fighter. So we'll see how this goes.
I always like the playing like a surly priest. That's always fun.
Our priest is scared. She has attachment issues. So she relies exceptionally heavily on one person, our fighter, and that's it. She's like, whenever they're not there, I get really, really nervous and I can't do anything. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And one of our warlocks has an intelligence of 9.
Come on, man. Shit. Oh my god.
He's like, intelligence is a dumb stat anyway, right? And it's like, okay. So I told him the way he should do that is not that, he's unintelligent. He doesn't have to be dumb. But I want him to play it like he doesn't believe in magic. He thinks it's all science. So, we all think he's stupid. But he doesn't think he's stupid. He's like, no, this is the natural combustion because of this, this, and this. And we're like, no, dude, it's magic.
So, he just... At that point, he'd have, a really low wisdom score, which would be really funny. Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. It'll be interesting, I think. Our party's very distinct. I know a lot of people are like, our party's distinct. I'm like, we have 2 tieflings, an Asmar, a turtle, and an elf.
All right.
There is no other group like ours.
That sounds like fun.
Even in your, random groupings of NPCs, there is not going to be a group like ours. Oops. Oops are bad.
It's going to be weird walking to big
That
towns.
reminds me, I gotta remember to send you, the crap guide to D&D, Rocky, because you would get a kick out of it.
I'm down.
It's a good time. I will send it to you after the show.
For sure.
So, Rocky, according to this document, you want to bitch about Valentine's Day?
Nah, I'm over Valentine's Day. It's not my vibe. It's not done right. It's definitely lost sight of its purpose because, it's way more profitable to, not really care about... I'm not gonna bitch about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is cool for the people that celebrate it.
Are you just mad because you don't have a lady?
No.
Or a dude? I'm not gonna
It's
judge.
not even really like that. It's just that, it's cool to have a day to, celebrate, a partner or to, present an expression of, love. That's definitely a cool thing, but that's not what Valentine's Day is anymore. It's definitely, a contrived, societal, mashing of people together. And, it's not even, really ritualistic to the point where, there's, tradition associated with it. It's just, ways to, get people to spend money on stuff they normally wouldn't spend it on at a very particular time of the year. And it's just, I guess. That's why, when you try to buy flowers the week before Valentine's Day, suddenly, a dozen roses costs $120 as opposed to, the $20 that it would cost literally any other time of the year, you know? It's economy cheese, and, I don't care for it. I can't believe you tricked me into bitching about Valentine's Day.
Wait, I don't think there was really any trickery involved, to be fair.
Fuck off, Brian.
I think we just said, so what's up with Valentine's Day? And you're like, look,
That's not what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
Thank you, Tegan.
That is literally what happened.
Acted like Tegan and I were up to some kind of unscrupulous shit, and I think we were pretty fucking straightforward.
I mean, the easiest way to get around all of that is to just do what I do, which is be too busy the week of Valentine's Day to do anything for Valentine's Day, so you have to schedule it after Valentine's Day, and then everything's back to normal prices, so...
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Then you get to go on dates with guys who only ever have taken their girlfriends out on Valentine's Day. But remember, you're too busy to be taken out on Valentine's Day, so you have to do it after Valentine's Day. And they sit you down at the restaurant, and then they go, wow, this is less expensive than last year. And you're like, yeah, because we're not going on Valentine's Day.
That was cool. I don't mind that. It's fine.
Let me let you in on a little secret, Rocky. There's some some hot tech that'll be coming. Yeah.
Hot tech.
Eventually, you become old and tired.
Sure.
And at which point you will look at somebody and go, so Valentine's Day? And they're like, no, I would rather just sit on the couch and watch The Masked Singer. So.
And then you become old and retired, like my dad, and you, like, go out and you still buy the flowers or whatever, but, like, you cook dinner so that your wife doesn't have to when she comes home from her ER shift.
That's true. What if I want to be, like, old and, like, wired?
Then what you do is you, the week before Valentine's, you take a trip out of the country to a country that doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day the same way we do, so nothing is as
Oh,
expensive.
shit. So, like, hold on.
And you're having this great vacation.
So, like, that cuts out, like, all of Latin America, most of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Does Russia do Valentine's Day? I don't want to go to Russia on purpose. Never mind. There's, like, China doesn't do Valentine's Day. So I guess it's, like, somewhere in SEA. Go to Singapore the week before Valentine's Day. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So,
Go to Tokyo, buy yourself some limited edition Pokemon merch for Valentine's
I would cry.
Day.
That sounds like the best Valentine's Day ever.
It'd be adorable. It's super cute. It's mostly like Pikachu's cuddling, but, you know,
Sure.
they're still cute.
Brian, you were saying something.
oh yeah, my fun new coworker. This is this is another fun new coworker update. Alex is from China, and he was sitting at his desk. He's like, I think we've got some holidays coming up, and he goes, "There's President's Day, but before President's Day, I think we have another one, Valentine's Day." And I'm like, I got some news, man. Like, you know what's not like a thing that is like a formally recognized holiday?
President's Day?
I was gonna say Valentine's Day, like, because there's holidays, and then there's like, yeah,
Both of those?
and like here's a hot tip, like, is your bank open on that day? Yeah,
It's not a real holiday.
like no, Valentine's Day is just some bullshit. You know, like that's kind of the
Yep. You know what's real bullshit is Sweetest Day.
the fuck is
Sweetest Day?
Sweetest Day is
I
real
don't know
bullshit.
what that is.
It's Valentine's Day, but in fucking October. Valentine's Day in October. That's it. That's it.
All right, that sounds stupid.
That's like, why? It is very stupid! It is very stupid.
I'm not on board with that.
Well, don't do it. Don't celebrate Sweetest
Yeah,
Day.
you just have to not deserve it. Don't keep it holy.
Don't buy a card.
You know, like, something that makes me angry every year, needlessly, is, do you know what the second largest single day retail spin driver is in this country?
Is it Christmas?
It is not
Christmas Eve.
Christmas.
What?
It's not.
Thanksgiving?
Nope, that's a good guess as well.
Where does money get spent? When does money get spent? Wait, it's not 4th of July, is it?
Second largest single day retail spin driver is Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Wow!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shit.
Just fucking garbage. And I hear that every year, and every year I'm like, God damn it, people. Like, especially this year when, like, the Monday after, people were like, that fucking sucked. I'm like, yeah, enjoy your new television. Enjoy. Enjoy the $400 you spent on bean dip.
Oh, that would be really... Dude, I would, like... If I were someone's accountant, I would slap them. $400 of bean dip? Come on, man. What are you gonna do with all that? Who's gonna eat all of that
It's like,
bean
well, I
dip?
had to invite over 80 people. And it's like, do you even like them? No, but I had to have the thing. So I spent $400 on fucking bean dip.
It's like the Catalina wine
Why?
mixer.
Oh, God.
Make it a potluck.
Rocky.
Jesus.
Rocky,
Yeah.
Tell me about raiding.
Oh, dude, it was bad this week. Our main tank dipped on us on Tuesday, so we didn't do it at all. So we put it off till Thursday, and there are 4 fights that are part of this section's raid. We have cleared 2 pretty consistently, and we were supposed to be working on the 3rd one. So on Thursday, presumably, since we were behind, we would just get through the first 2, and then continue learning the 3rd one. Mm-hmm. The first one, we one-shot. It's a fight that we all know. We're pretty, familiar with it. We didn't put up, great numbers, but we did okay. The second fight, we just couldn't clear. We got, 7 failures in the last, couple, minutes of the fight, and we were just dropping, a particular thing. Someone stood in the wrong place and died. Someone didn't use the appropriate cooldown, so, we weren't able to heal through certain things, and it was just, it was awful. Eventually, everyone was just super bummed. The main tank was just you know what, I don't even want to try this anymore. If you guys want this clear, you guys can get it on your own time. I'll see you guys on Saturday. And so, everyone dipped. And then so I went to go get my clear because I'm still kind of behind on gear. And so, I joined a random clear party. And I don't know if you know this, but, trained groups where people are less effective than random people you meet on the internet. And so,
typically, yeah.
I was definitely banging my head against the wall, and, a definitely less proficient group doing worse than my actual group was. Because even with my group, even though we were, losing the fight, we would lose, within the last, 2 minutes of the fight, where the boss was, sub 10% health. While, these people, I think the first group I joined, because I ended up joining 3 different groups before I got my clear. The first group couldn't get past, the first 3 minutes of the fight. They were just straight up, there was, choreographed, AoEs that everyone should know to not stand where they are. And most of us did, but there were just, 2 people that literally died in them every time. You could tell that they were, playing it, on an off class, because, even though the group had the condition that you have needed to have cleared the fight before, it's possible to clear on one class and then show up in a class that you're not as experienced with and then try to do the fight that way. So there was just 2 guys that were just absolutely bullshitting. And then we ran 7 runs with them. We couldn't get halfway through the fight. So we left that group, or that group disbanded. The second group I joined, went for it 3 times. And on the 3rd clear, they didn't get halfway through the fight. So we disbanded. And then the 3rd group, it took us about 4 tries, and then we finally got it. And then the gear dropped, and it wasn't even gear that I could use, and I'm locked out till next week. So, that was fun, or whatever.
It sounds like it was or whatever.
Yeah, it was definitely or whatever on that one, Brian. But yeah, that was just this week. We did, today we're just supposed to do, strictly, progression on the fight that we're learning. But, my group has, weird infighting stuff that's going on in the background, which, added to the fact that, the tank would, I don't even want to try this again. Because, the tanks, both of our tanks are dating, which is a whole thing. Fuck. And so, they argue with each other from time to time. And, there was a whole day where one of them, their computer, or, their connection was, lagging the whole time. And so she was in our voice chat so she could hear us, but we couldn't hear her. Her audio just wasn't coming through. And, she was on Skype with the main tank / her boyfriend. And, he was able to communicate with her, but none of us could. And it was just really weird. And then, at one point, 2 hours into the session, we hear her speak for the first time. And we're all surprised, and she was just, sick of it. And I'm oh, well, cool. Nice to hear from you, too. And it's just, ugh. And then we had a ninja who, is just straight up not raiding with us anymore. But his, I'm pretty sure his wife, whatever, they live in the same house. They are romantically involved. Is, still, the other healer. And, the rest of the group, bugs her about where her husband-boyfriend is. Even though he's, not coming. And it happens, 3 times a week. So it's just, it's hey, I'm here. And it's where's Wraith? And it's I don't know, I'm not his keeper, which is confusing because they live in the same house and they're married or whatever. But they do the same thing every week, and it's kind of a bit, but it's not a fun one. And it's just, but that's, yeah.
Wow.
It's been pretty stressful, and not just because of the game. But it's not always like this. Hopefully it gets a little better. But honestly, if we don't get through, like, the fight that we're learning, like, after next week, I'm probably just going to try to find another group. But that's a whole other thing.
Rocky, I have one piece of advice, which is that before you leave, you should try and convince this group to institute comment cards for people leaving.
It's really funny that you say that, because, like, they were 7 of 8 when I joined them. And, they had lost their other healer because they said that their other healer didn't, like, communicate or whatnot. Ironically, I don't think the healer that's here, the one that stayed, communicates very well. After, like, Wraith, like, stopped coming, like, the ninja, we've had a couple people come and go. There is a ninja that comes with us. He's not as good as Wraith, and, like, he's, like, real sloppy. And then there's, like, a bard that we had run with us for, like, 2 weeks. And while we, like, progged half the fight in about a week, like, he decided to just, like, leave the group. Probably because of the drama, but maybe because we weren't progging fast enough. Who knows? But yeah, comment cards might be something that really helps them.
Yeah, I think that the greatest present that they could receive is finding out that they're assholes.
Oh boy.
Tegan, sometimes people gotta know.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like...
Yeah, doing that, like, online's a whole thing. Like, it is a whole shenanigan.
Yeah, it's like, I have good news and bad news is. The good news is, I know what's wrong. The bad news is, it's you!
Oh, God.
Man.
But, I mean, it's gonna be okay, because, like, even if I do leave and make another group, there are still people that are constantly looking for groups since, like, new content's coming up and people are trying to catch up. And even still beyond that, like, I'm in a, like, essentially a guild whose, like, focus is, like, getting people, like, prepped for raid. So, like, I could definitely piecemeal a group out of that if I just, like, pay attention and, like, you know, glad hand enough. But that's, so, like, I'm not worried about, like, finishing the content, but, like, I am worried about this particular group. Not that they'll fall apart, because, like, they are all, like, really, like, tied together. They're actually a really, like, close group. In, like, real life, and, like, that's why they play together, but, But, like, you know, in lighter news, I've been playing a lot of Wargroove, and, like, it's adorable, and, like, amazing. Brian, can I tell you about this dog? I need to tell you about this dog.
I've been hearing rumors on the internet about this dog. The dog seems to be catching on and is a well-liked good boy in many circles.
Yes, okay, so, Tegan, are you familiar with Wargroove?
No.
Okay, so Wargroove is a tactical, not army, but I want to say, like, squadron-based game. Like, you control a number of units, you have a single commander and various units that you can build out of facilities and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And it plays a lot like Advance Wars. It's arguably like the spiritual successor to that game. And, one of the commanders on the protagonist's nation is a dog. I'm spacing what kind of breed he is, but he's like a larger, like, white dog, like white furred dog, and he has like Roman armor on him. And his name is Caesar. And Caesar is like it's not like a joke character. Well, he's not really a joke character. Like, he's actually just like a straight up commander. There's a side mission that you get in, like, the first act where, Caesar and his, like, group, which consists of, like, 2 units of smaller dogs, a unit of, like, a swordsman and a unit of pikemen. So, like, 10 pikemen, 10 swordsmen, and, like, 20 smaller dogs are, like, Caesar's personal guard or whatever the fuck. And, like,
oh my goodness, this is great.
And they happen upon, like, an old fort that is, under the control of bandits. And so, like, when you roll up on the fort or whatever, you see Caesar walk up, and then, like, one of the pikemen's like, is like, hey, looks like the commander found an old fort. It's like, I wonder what we're gonna do. And then, like, Caesar, like, looks up at them and, like, barks towards the building, like, signaling that he wants to, like, storm it or whatever. So they do, right? Now, what makes commanders special in this game is that commanders get a special ability in addition to, like, increased stats, right? And Caesar's special ability is Inspire. When he barks in a particular way, he inspires his allied units to fight again for a single turn. So basically they get a second set of actions in the same turn in an AoE around him. As Caesar begins to like storm this like castle, this fort, you are breaking into like various like cells where there are like groups of prisoners that when they see Caesar, you know, when they experience his countenance, they decide that I'm going to fight for this dog. And now they become units on your team. And
you know what? I would fucking fight for this dog too. If I saw a dog in a suit of armor come in, I'd be like, yes, sign me up for this army. Fuck.
And then you just like, you keep doing that. And it's really great because like, they have these little like short like scenes, like kind of like mini act plays, in between, like at the beginning and end of like the missions. And like, when Caesar like runs up on the bandits for the first time, like, the bandits, like the bandit leader or the bandit leader of this group is like, it's like, what are you doing, dog? And like the dog growls at him and he's just like, what? I'm not afraid of you. No, he says, I'm not intimidated by you. And then one of the other bandits is just like, well, I mean, I'm kind of intimidated by him. And then like, and there's a third one that's like, yeah, me too. And they're just like, hey, shut up. And they're just like yelling at each other until they have to leave, until like the dog and his army follows them back to their base and then like kills all of them and frees their prisoners. Like, this is amazing.
Oh my god, what a great dog.
He's a hero to
What
everyone who's ever lived.
I love this dog.
Caesar is the best. It's great, like, just this, like, image of like, Caesar. He just looks like he's about to fuck some shit up.
He is about to fuck some shit
Also,
up.
when
I don't know what shit it is.
When I heard that
ready.
that the dogs are like that like when
Like
everything loses in this game, it's got like an, you know, it dies animation, except for the dogs who run away. And I'm like, somebody knows.
Thank you. Somebody saved the dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is
somebody understood.
Yeah, I'm like, somebody knows on what side the bread is buttered, because this seems to be the kind of thing that me and my nerd friends are going to be way down for. And I'm like, man, am I going to play this fucking Wargroove game for the dogs? Am I going to be here?
Oh, you know, it's even better, Brian. So, like, there is local multiplayer, online multiplayer, and online spectating. So you can just kind of put some matches on and let people, like, go nuts. There's also, like, a custom map creator to the point where people have already created full campaigns of the Fire Emblem games and, like, the Advance Wars games. Like, they just recreated the maps with, like, Wargroove units and Wargroove maps. Like, dude, this shit is amazing.
Yeah,
it's
like,
so good.
I keep on hearing about, like, how fully featured it is, and it's, like, it's ridiculous how much content there is in this $20 game, and just, I gotta say, I'm interested. I will probably play that by next episode, but I was too busy this week. I'll talk briefly about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Just an update on the adventures of Brian. So, what's that guy?
Good team.
What's that guy's name? Like, Captain Zap, Colonel Electricity, whatever the fuck.
It's Lieutenant Surge.
Yeah, anyway, I fucked him up.
Alright.
His gym is stupid.
Did you shove the candies in your Pikachu's face?
I gave my Pikachu a couple rare candies.
Oh, okay.
Give
him those sweet levels.
Yep. And I was like, that's good. So I rolled up on, Major Zap, and I'm like, yo, your gym is stupid. What's with all these fucking trash cans?
Yeah, the trash cans have actually always been weird.
I see you have garbage taste.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Because it's like the worst puzzle dungeon ever. You like walk in this room, and they're like, yep, Major Zap is up there. There's two big bolts of electricity between you and him. However will you get to him? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe walking up to each one of these garbage cans and, you know, pressing A and seeing what happens. Oh, you've suddenly gotten to Major Zap. Ta-da! I'm like, okay. All right.
Wait, I think like in older games, wasn't there like certain ones that you just couldn't get to at first? Like they were like blocked off by like smaller belts of electricity?
It's possible. Like I could see somebody saying like, let's simplify this, but it's just that there are switches underneath two of them. And so you just like walk up to them and it gives you this notification like, there's nothing you can do here. And I'm like, all right, okay. This is dumb. But I was surprised because like I was not that much more jacked when I went into that fight than when I talked to you guys. And I remember being worried because I thought I was under leveled to fight him. And then I went in and just absolutely fucking wrecked him.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I thought I was under leveled, but apparently I'm good. Then I went to this like daycare center.
Oh yeah.
And like I've left my Geodude there. My Geodude has a good name. He's real. I think you guys know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Fuck no.
He named him Barack.
No. He's real.
Oh, that's just his name?
Yeah.
It's just he's real?
It's just he's real.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I considered naming him Barack.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, that's a little bit on the nose. And I changed my Pikachu's name because I was like, Deadpool's a little on the nose too. So now my Pikachu's name is Danny DeVito. And so I dropped off, he's real, at daycare. And I went in this tunnel. And like, it was like full of fucking Diglets.
Yeah.
It was like, welcome to the Diglett tunnel. And because of the way this game handles XP, you get bonuses for capturing.
Like Pokemon in a chain?
Yeah, Pokemon in a chain. And I'm like, I'm going to spend so much fucking time in this Diglett tunnel chasing giant Diglets. Which was cool, because that was a place to like rack up some XP. And then my local rival showed back up.
Local good boy?
Yeah. You know, the guy who started in the same town as me. Shannon. Shannon showed up. And he's like, hey, we should have a match. And I was surprised because like I had just come from fighting Major Zap that like Shannon seemed to be at this point so much more powerful than Major Zap. And I was like, dude, I just got out of that Diglett tunnel. What's your problem, dude? What's your damage? Also, my Pikachu has another special ability now, other than like being able to cut down bushes. Pikachu can like light up things.
Oh, Flash.
Yeah. You see, you guys are all like, I've known about this for 20 years, Brian. What is wrong with you?
I mean, my Eevee can do it too.
Yeah.
It's not called Flash in this version, but it's Flash.
Oh, okay.
But like, what gets me about all the weird shit that people are teaching my Pikachu, like cutting down bushes and like lighting up dark rooms and stuff, is that like whenever these tasks are taught to Pikachu, they are presented by a person who's like, here's something I can do. I can cut down a fucking bush. And they're like, do you want to learn how to cut down a fucking bush? And then Pikachu's like, no, me. I would like to learn how to cut down the bush.
And it's like, and they're like, all right, I'll teach your Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah. And coming back to like what this second ability is, which is just like fucking glowing, like where the person's like, turn off all the lights and now I can glow. And I'm like, sir, you should seek a medical professional. Like, oh, but it's a fun game. I'm having a good time.
Hold on. has anyone, like, posited the theory that the man that teaches you all, like, the hidden machines is actually, like, a ditto or something?
Oh, that'd be neat.
Because that would be really
It's
funny.
actually Mew in disguise.
That would actually also be really great.
It's literally Mew. That's why your Pokemon can learn all of these moves.
Yeah.
Because it's Mew.
Okay. So...
But who knows if that's true.
I would now like to bitch about Hearthstone.
Sure. Let's get it.
So, there was a nerf that went live earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
I did some bitching about this on the Twitter. Because basically since like Broad and Young Woo left, like they don't, it's like, all right. So, there are cards in Hearthstone which are supposed to be like core tent poles to how like certain classes work. You know, that, you know, these are part of the essential secret sauce to how to, you know, build decks for a class. And they're classic cards, meaning that they never rotate out. They're always legal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And part of like Broad's philosophy was that the classic cards, we should avoid nerfing classic cards at all costs. Instead, what we should do is build rotating cards for other classes, you know, that rotate in and rotate out, that build tools for helping to deal with those classic cards. You know, like, the idea being that, like, Rogue should always have Cold Blood, so give people tools for dealing with Cold Blood. You know, Shaman should always have Flame Tongue Totem, so you should just give people tools for dealing with Flame Tongue Totem. So, like, the design philosophy has kind of changed with Hearthstone, where, like, they rolled out this nerf on, I guess, what was it, like Wednesday? Where they're like, here you go! And things that they did was, like, they changed the cost of like, in this nerf, 4 of the 5 cards that got updated were classic cards. They moved Cold Blood from 1 mana to 2 mana, Flame Tongue Totem from 2 mana to 3 mana, Equality from 2 mana to 4 mana, Hunter's Mark from 1 mana to 2 mana, and then the one card that wasn't a classic card was Emerald Spellstone, which they increased from 5 to 6 mana. And basically, like, when you go on ladder right now in Hearthstone, like, you see 2 types of decks. One type of deck is a, what's called either a, Baku and Gen deck, because there's these cards, Baku the Moon Eater and Gen Greymane, which do something special to your, hero power if you either have only odd cards or even cards in your deck. If you have only odd cards, Baku will grant you a better hero power. If you have only even cards, then Gen will make your existing hero power cost 1 instead of 2. And so, like, the latter is just rotten with people who are running Baku and Gen decks. Just absolutely rotten. Because some of those hero powers become, like, OP when they're either better or cheaper. And so you're facing the same decks over and over again. And then the other kind of deck that you're running into is this, like, Exodia OTK bullshit. Where you're essentially watching some asshole play solitaire with him fucking self. And, like, the only thing you can do is hope to rush him down before he has all the pieces in his hand. Because once he has all the pieces in his hands, he's like, surprise! Popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. And you're like, well, fuck me. Fuck me. I'm gonna go stand in my backyard, stare at the moon, and wonder what I'm doing with my life.
They put Exodia in Hearthstone.
They did.
Oh, no.
Lord.
And it's it's not fun. Like, when you play against somebody who is like running Topsy-Turvy Priest, it's just not fun. I don't know. And these nerfs they did just make like 4 out of 5 classic cards unplayable, and then doesn't solve the Baku and Gen problem, and doesn't solve the Exodia problem. See, when you guys said Exodia, I thought you were clowning on me because you knew about what was going on in Hearthstone right now, but like, nope, it's a real problem. Like, half the fucking decks you run into are Exodia decks.
God.
And it's no fun. It's just no fucking fun. Like, when you've got somebody who's like, yep, I've got my test subjects and I've got all my spells, and now I'm going to like do this goofy thing with Priest, which the people call APM Priest, because it's like, if you could like play something like 80, 90 cards, like you generate 80, 90 cards with this particular card test subject, then like you make a single test subject that does something like 1,000+ damage. And for a game that like starts you with like 30 health, there's just no way to deal with that. There's just none.
Yeah, that's busted.
Yeah, it's like if you get your combo pieces together, then I might as well have spent this whole time jacking off and reading HuffPo. Like I had no chance. I had no chance to defeat you. Like, and I really, really fucking hope that someone figures this out. Because it's just so, it's anti-fun right now. Like, and like there are people who I really respect and follow in the Hearthstone community. Like guys who come up with interesting decks and stream fun stuff, like Disguised Toast. Disguised Toast has like been playing so little Hearthstone recently because he's like, yep, it's not fun. Hearthstone's not fun right now. Fuck it. He's like, I'm gonna play Dota Auto Chess. And I'm like,
Oh god.
yeah, and I'm like, I feel like that should say something, Hearthstone. You're driving people into the arms of Dota Auto Chess.
Oh Jesus.
Brian Kibler, Brian Kibler. He started playing fucking Magic the Gathering on stream. And it's just like, Jesus, come on, guys. Like, these are some of your most stalwart, staunchest supporters. People who have, like, been out there been like, hey, guys, Hearthstone is fun. And if you've got these guys being like, fuck it, like, Hearthstone is not fun right now, then you might need to look, you might need to look in the mirror and figure out what the fuck is up. Like, I got some Hearthstone rage. Like, basically last night I just made a fuck you Hearthstone deck, which was just like this super aggro warrior. Where I'm like, okay, this is a super aggro warrior which uses some cards, which are designed just to break combos, so that way I can go super fast to be more powerful than the Gen and Baku decks, and because it has cards in it specifically designed to like break people's combo pieces, hopefully will slow down some of these Exodia people. And I'm like, I'll just play this until it's obvious that I'm frustrating Exodia players, and then I'm gonna go to bed. and it's like, that shouldn't, like, Hearthstone is most fun when you are like putting together like weird synergies and having things, cause like swings in tempo. I like games to go back and forth. Like, it's cool when you experience what feels like little victories, I think it's the same way in like
anime.
Yeah. Just what the fuck?
See, that's relatable. Brian doesn't like Hearthstone because it's not anime anymore.
Oh, God. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I would write a letter to my fucking congressman, but he's busy.
Are you sure he's busy? I mean, he's been on vacation for like 3 weeks, man.
mean, he's got stuff to do. And he's been bringing the heat to Trump, so I'll
You'll let him be.
Yeah, like
you'll let him fight that fight.
Yeah, he's got stuff going on, so like I don't need to be like, Sir, Mr. Grijalva, may I tell you about what's bad in Hearthstone right now? He doesn't need that. But it's not all dog shit.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So, like, All Elite Wrestling had their second press conference this week, leading up to their first show on May 25th, which will be like a pay-per-view at the MGM Grand. And like they keep on introducing people to their roster, and like a lot of what they're doing is really separating themselves, both stylistically and culturally, from like WWE. And the first thing that happened at this press conference was like this amazing wrestler, Sonny Kiss, comes out. And Sonny Kiss is like a very proud gay man who seems like he would just be completely incompatible with the way, like, say, Vince McMahon runs his main roster. Like, I just can't see the stuff that Sonny Kiss does in the ring and as part of his gimmick working on, say, fucking SmackDown. And, like, Sonny Kiss comes out and to open the press conference to announce that, like, he's been signed to AEW. And so, like, in 2019, Sonny Kiss is going to be on your televisions every week. Like, that's really cool. Also, AEW signed a trans woman as part of their women's division. Like, so, like, first U.S. promotion to sign a trans wrestler as part of the promotion. And it feels like, you know, some of the other stuff that they're doing, like the second show that they're doing in Jacksonville, the one after the Vegas show, the Jacksonville show, like they're donating the proceeds to like victims of mass shooting violence. Like they're really separating themselves as far as like their cultural voice. And like, it's been really cool. And I just, I hope that it kind of like makes some people maybe take a look at wrestling who might have been cautious about it because of the cultural voice of WWE. You know, people who are like, I don't know about WWE. They're literally putting on like fucking blood money shows in Saudi Arabia, so maybe fuck them. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. So hopefully some people will come take a look. They did other fun stuff. This was the show where they got to announce that, fucking Kenny Omega is on their roster. Kenny Omega going to be fighting Jericho at MGM Grand on May 25th. I'm here for it.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm signed up for the ticket pre-sale. Tickets will go on sale on Monday. Pray for me. I guess by the time that you hear this, either it worked out or it didn't.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Schrodinger's tickets. So yeah. Follow AEW. They seem neat. Hard pivot. Would y'all like to talk about some news?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Rocky, what's going on?
Well, okay. After a 10-month freeze, China will finally allow new video games from Tencent. China's Online Games Ethics Committee has approved a pair of mobile games published by Tencent, meaning that the world's largest video game publisher will finally be able to release new games in its home country for the first time since March of last year. The Online Games Ethics Committee approved 80 games in its first round of reviews in late December 2018, and after 4 rounds of approvals, a total of 352 games have been cleared for release. The South China Morning Post reports that Chinese regulators hope to get back to their standard rate of between 2,000 and 3,000 annual approvals. Some of Tencent's most successful games released worldwide during 2018 still remain barred from release in China. Regulators have also prevented Tencent from monetizing popular games that were already tested in the Chinese market, including Fortnite Battle Royale and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The freeze on popular new releases has hit Tencent's bottom line hard too. The company's share price dropped nearly 30% during the freeze. I think this isn't the best news. I mean, it's good that Tencent's allowed to release games again, but it doesn't look like they're really loosening their grip on Tencent that much.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the damage is already done. They get to put out 2 games, but they still can't cash in on Fortnite or PUBG, and they've already lost 30% of their stock price. And that's real intense.
I still feel like there's something else going on here that we just don't know. And
almost definitely.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's just a gap here that where if we were to ask people who live in mainland China, why is this happening? They'd be able to,
help explain.
Yeah, be well, obviously X, and
my guess is going to be they're not paying the people who are making these rules enough money. That'd be my most direct guess.
Honestly, I think it's more about Tencent's clout in China and the state trying to reduce it. That obviously has a lot more moving parts, but considering how big Tencent really is in the Chinese marketplace,
mm-hmm.
and China withdrawing from more equitable trade practices in favor of state control, that makes more sense to me. But once again, I don't know for sure. I don't live in China.
Speaking of things that could potentially generate that sweet Fortnite money, the voice chat software used in Fortnite Switch is now available to all developers.
Tell me more.
All right. So, Vivox said that any authorized Switch developer can now license the voice chat software that powers the Switch version of Fortnite, which is an easy solution for developers that want to say, I don't know, let you chat without fucking getting your phone out.
What? I can chat without my phone?
I know.
What magical bullshit is this?
Here in 2019, we're chatting without phones, we shitting in bowls.
Jesus.
In the games that use the Vivox SDK, players will be able to communicate with out loud with one another simply by plugging a headset into the Switch's existing jack, which is something that we knew was already able to support voice chat when people discovered the hidden LAN voice chat in Splatoon 2. Because people were originally I don't know, does does that jack even support voice data? And it's nope, it does. Hi-Res Studios will bring the feature to Smite and Paladins. The chat tools will also extend to Switch games that incorporate cross-play with PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
That's the news story I should have put in here. How they're putting Xbox Live on the Switch.
Yep.
That's wild. I forgot about that. But as for this voice chat thing, I agree the functionality should be there in terms of parity with other platforms, but I can't really think of a Nintendo Switch title that I want voice chat for. Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
I think that Rocket League springs to mind.
Okay.
Because of the high-speed team play nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft also springs to mind, because Minecraft is a very social game. It probably needs voice chat for the opposite reason of Rocket League, Where like Rocket League, you need to talk. Minecraft, you want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also telling that these are third-party games because like Nintendo likes to build a lot of tools that make like player communication effectively possible without voice chat. Like,
right.
You know, it's very easily possible to convey something to a team player in Splatoon without necessarily talking to them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a design consideration that Nintendo is specifically making. But I don't think it's necessarily a social consideration that they've thought through. People like to talk. People like to goof off together. I think about like games that I enjoyed last year. You know, one of our games of the year, absolutely critical to the experience, was voice chat, A Way Out.
Right.
A Way Out is a thing that if it was ever ported to Switch, there would be like a clumsy barrier, which is the existing tools for voice chat. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I like the idea of this being more widely available because of the doors that it opens. I think that like adding voice chat to something like the Pokemon Let's Go games is a good thing because, you know, like if I wanted to challenge somebody online and they were on my existing friends list, it might be fun to talk to them.
I mean, that's true.
Who wants to talk to their friends? We don't even call each other anymore.
We really don't. Well, I agree. Maybe playing with like a friend online on Let's Go via and like talking to them on voice chat could be fun. Like that could be a really cool thing to do, like a sort of informal like chess type of thing. Like I'm thinking about ladder, you know, like if you're like playing in like the Battle Network or whatever. And you're playing against randos, I don't want to voice chat with any of those assholes. I don't want to do that ever.
Right.
Right.
And so, like, maybe if there's, like, a friends list, like, requirement on it, that could be cool. But, like, man.
You don't want it open to just anyone.
Yeah, because there's, like, a lot of play experiences where, like, I get, like, voices from randos that I don't care for. There are some good experiences, like, but I can count them on my hands, you know?
Sure. But I think that one place where, like, say, Nintendo and Microsoft have succeeded is that I'm not getting forced into voice chat left and right in a whole bunch of games. If for some reason I go online, voice chat is generally something that I'm opting into as opposed to opting out of. The only real notable example I can think of, which also happened last year, was when I hopped into Sea of Thieves because, woo, Nelly, we talked about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's actually, like, the industry standard when it comes to voice chat. Like, you default onto voice chat, like, on most, like, massively multiplayer games or even arena-based games. Like, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Monster Hunter defaults to voice chat, and I have to turn it off, like, every time. Usually, like, when you're playing online with other people in, like, a shared space, like, voice chat defaults, Fortnite and PUBG. Like, I mean, those are also, like, third-party games. Like, all those are third-party games. But they all, like, default to voice chat, and that's, like, the primary experience of, like, voice chat. Like, you're just thrown into it. And, like, I don't know. Like, I'm really reluctant around voice chat because of those experiences in those spaces.
Right.
But who knows, man? Maybe, like, the next generation of devs might find better ways to do it. Because, like, while there are, like, serious design considerations, even in the present day, to make it so that you don't need to be on chat to communicate and play the game well. A notable example is Apex Legends that recently came out, where they spent considerable development time developing the tools that would allow, like, squads to communicate with each other without using voice chat. I would like to see a more equitable use of voice chat in video games going forward, whether they're cooperative or competitive experiences.
I think that is all good. Mm-hmm. I think that is a separate consideration than just like ensuring that that technical tools are available to developers to make those choices. Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't get devs making voice chat better unless the platform that they're working on can support voice chat at all, or support voice chat effectively, because they're where is the incentive for a dev to work on that shit? Like, if they have to like do like platform level stuff, like figure out how to even implement the fucking voice chat. Like, I'm going to figure out how to make this work, because those considerations don't even exist at the platform level.
Right.
So like, if it exists at the platform level, then they can focus on like how to make it better and how to make it a more positive place. I know that what some developers do is shit like community voting on like performance, which will eventually do stuff like nerf your ability to talk in like open voice chat. Like, too many people have said you're a prick. You don't get to talk to the general public anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Like, I guess where I land on this is like, I think it's neat that this is going to be available to more developers. And I'm also hoping that like Xbox Live being available on Switch will make like just the friends management experience cleaner. Like, I'm excited about the idea of having my Xbox Live friends list on my Switch. That's an exciting thing to me. Also, if I could somehow get Xbox Live Party Chat on my Switch, if that's one of the things that it's going to be part of this, I think we're going to find out more this weekend, because apparently there's a GDC talk that Microsoft is going to give.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, fingers crossed. I'm excited.
This is how every system becomes an Xbox system, though.
Well, possibly. Like, Xbox will probably become something closer to, like, you know, a service rather than, like, a platform holder. Like, they will have, like, a platform, but it's more that they'll phase out, like, how important their hardware is because their software is everywhere. Kind of like the way, like, Microsoft, how PCs exist now.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
I'm not entirely convinced, I guess.
Tegan.
Yep. I know. It's just like, bad news. Bad news, guys. Bad news bears. Team Fortress 2 YouTuber returns 3 years after faking a terminal illness. Yep. Sketchek, I think that's how you say it. That's how it looks like you say it. Has returned to the platform after a 3-year hiatus with a new video in which he admits to having lied about being terminally ill. In the now deleted video originally uploaded on YouTube in November of 2015, he told his fans in the Team Fortress 2 community that he was suffering from a disease affecting his nervous system and he didn't have long to live. Now, in his first YouTube appearance since, as first reported by PC Games N, Sketchek has admitted he was lying. His YouTube videos highlighted Team Fortress 2 gameplay that ranged from humorous moments to showing off his high level of skill with the character of Pyro, and following the announcement of his illness and departure from the game, Valve added a special ability to one of Pyro's unblockable melee weapons, the Extinguisher, in March of 2018 called Sketchek's Bequest, and killing blows on burning players grant speed boosts, is what the text reads. Neither Sketchek nor Valve immediately responded to a request for comment for the story, and Sketchek did say in the comments of his latest video that he doesn't deserve the tribute and hopes it's removed soon. Wow, though, you sit on that for 3 years.
I have some questions.
Hey guys, I'm not dying. Peace.
Yeah, like, why would he come back, right?
That sweet YouTube money.
No, okay, wait. What if this is Epic? Like, what if, like, Epic is, like, actually, like smearing, like, Valve by having this dude come back and admit that he lied? Especially since Valve went to the point of, releasing, like, a buff to, like, this character to try to get him to come back. Like, it's super petty. I don't know if they do it, but I'd be really excited if it turned out that, like, Valve was behind it. I mean, Epic was behind it.
Man.
That'd be shady as hell.
It really would, but it'd be dope. I'm here for it.
And, so...
I mean, that's one way to get a vacation, I guess.
I'm comfortable calling this person a sociopath.
Yeah, this is like up there with the Dr. Disrespect thing.
So, all right, like this totally reminds me of and this is where I'm going to sound like such a yuppie piece of shit. So I read this thing in the New Yorker.
Okay.
About this guy who wrote this novel, The Woman in the Window.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Published under the name A.J. Finn. His name is actually Dan Mallory. And how people who have worked in the publishing industry and in academic circles have known for years that Dan Mallory is this sociopath. And that he did stuff when he was working at HarperCollins, faking that he had stage 4 terminal cancer.
Okay.
That he would do stuff show up to work with a shaved head and wearing a baseball hat and be like, I'm a little weak, and then would disappear for months on end and send vague emails from a Gmail address attributed to his brother being like, Dan's in treatment and stuff like that. And
yeah. I read that article too. It was...
Oh, you read it too, Tegan?
Yeah,
fucking Nightmare Town, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Nightmare Town. It was my mom died. Your mom's fine? She's fine. She's really fine. What?
Yeah, and all the different ways he pretend he was either undergoing personal tragedy or he was sick. This thing about it's I got locked in a bathroom once and I had to dig my way through the door and all this shit and just.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
yeah, what?
It's so there's I think a really weird, horrible pathology to being I'm dying, and because you're there's something you want from that. There's some piece of people's humanity that you want to exploit. There's something that will be part of the core decency of a response to that you want a piece of. You want the way okay people react to the knowledge of your impending death. And I think that's really shitty. And I kind of hope that the fucking entire internet just rejects this sketch guy. I think people are oh, you're not dead? Well, good for you. And by the way, go fuck yourself.
Right?
I don't think you get to do this. It's... something that people have said for years is that they think Andy Kaufman, faked his death for the lulz and that he's actually alive. I think that, if Andy Kaufman at this point showed up and hey guys, surprise, not dead, the appropriate response at this point would be go fuck yourself. Just,
right.
It's not cool. I don't know, Rocky, what do you think of this dirtbag?
I think he's whack. I feel I probably wouldn't have given him that much attention. In my orbit, as far as I can tell, I probably would have just let him spin his wheels. But, jeez, that sounds like a mess, especially to be invested in a person like that.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. So, Apex Legends is a video game.
Yes.
It is a free-to-play battle royale shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Which is doing very well.
Yes. How well?
It got over 1 million players 1 million concurrent players in under 72 hours.
That's pretty intense.
Yes, and has built an active player base of over 10 million in the same time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I've absolutely spent part of this week just floored at the rapid success of this thing. So, Vince Zampella, who is the head over at Respawn, and Respawn was acquired earlier this year by EA. It's like, yeah, this is what we've been working on. We've been working on this. And they've also got the Star Wars game that they're working on right now as well. But, like, what kind of happened, like, I guess last weekend was that they started to experience a few, like, leaks from some, like, influencers who got a chance to go to an event for this game. And so, like, people started getting out there being like, oh, for, like, free-to-play Battle Royale shooter, it killed Titanfall 3. Like, some influencers who basically decided to take that plane ride and then go eat a whole bunch of free food and then put out a video where they break embargo and then shit on this thing. But as soon as people got their hands on it, they're like, oh, nope, this is exactly what we expect from the guys who did Call of Duty 4 and Titanfall. This is really good. It's really, really good. And I think the thing that kind of wows me is that, like, Anthem is due out in, like, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that, like, Anthem is going to be delivered stillborn. That, like, Anthem is going to be born, at which point, like, a Viking will be like, look away, mother. And then take Anthem out into the snow and bury it. And we're all going to talk in 9 months about how nobody played Anthem and how BioWare is effectively dead because, like, EA threw, like, limitless cash at, like, making, like, fake third-person Destiny with jetpacks. But how does EA get something so right and then potentially something so wrong in, like, the space of a month?
Well, first of all, EA is not a monolith, and we know Respawn's good.
Yeah, I guess there's that. I mean, shit, EA did publish A Way Out last year, which we all loved.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this seems to do a lot of, like, really good things. I mean, it's still Battle Royale, which, has the gameplay loop. And I'm not going to say anyone's, like, really, like, bored with Fortnite or PUBG, but there are definitely people on the fringes that aren't really the in crowd. And, like, they'd be perfectly willing to jump into a new game. And Apex Legends, like, keeps the Battle Royale stuff, but they added squad-based gameplay, but, like, actual squad-based gameplay, where, like, there's synergies between characters. And then they basically put a little bit of Overwatch on it in the flavor of, like, special abilities and, like, ultimates. And that's really cool.
I'm loving these character designs. Have you guys seen these things?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, these characters look cool. I know one thing that I have bitched about at length is that, like, it feels like at some point, Overwatch character design got to a place where, like, someone's like, I don't know, like, just put a fucking hamster in a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, you're still mad about this hamster. Like, let it live. Oh, man.
And it feels like the
Apex cast looks way more like, it definitely looks like Overwatch, but they're all more diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes for a more interesting, like, shot composition. I like it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
They launched with a cast of 8 characters, and in launching with a cast of 8 characters, they have 2 black women. That's like, with as far as, like, size of cast versus
Diversity rating.
Yeah, like, that's kind of fucking unheard of, which is sad in 2019.
It's actually literally fucking unheard of, but,
Yeah.
like,
and these character designs, like, aren't lazy. They all look good. Like, they look fucking cool. Like, I don't know how much Titanfall you guys ever got exposed to, but, like, the character designs or the robot designs, or just, like, the environments all look really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's kind of cool to see those guys kind of bringing those skills to something which has more of, like, a hero focus to the character appearances.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I am all about this. Like,
that's also a gap that they really skipped in, like, previous iterations of Battle Royale. I mean, Fortnite like has like the generalized like soldier characters that they already decided that's what they look like,
Right.
but they don't seem to do anything special. PUBG, like if I remember correctly, like I know like you can change your gear, but I think like your faces and whatnot are like generalized in a way that's not special. And like and even Call of Duty's like Blackout does similar things where you can like change. It's like they touched a space that like they all skipped over. And I know that like PUBG did it for like design considerations, and like Fortnite literally did it to like get their product out the door. But like this is a really nice like touch that like Apex decided to focus on.
And I think that the making the squads 3 is like a really nice sweet spot.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
Because they don't do 3s in any of the other games too.
Because it duos definitely have a very specific dynamic, and sometimes it can be hard to round up a 4th, you know?
Yeah.
I love the fact that Apex is doing like there is no solos right now in Apex. It is always squad play.
That's cool.
And it defaults to voice chat off when you're playing with randoms.
Right.
And
that's nice.
Yep. And go ahead.
They actually spent like a month. Like the devs actually spent like a month like playing the game in like mute, while muted to like develop like the tools that you can use to communicate without speaking, because that tool set's actually really robust.
Have you guys heard about like all these features in this like context sensitive communication button? It's amazing. Like if you're like with your squad mates and you like say look at a loot box or something, or like look at like a treasure chest, like if you look at it and then just press the context sensitive button, they'll be like, hey guys, they're like, there's a box over here. Your character will just say that because that's what you were looking at when you did it.
Right.
Or if you're getting shot at, but you don't have the person shooting at you in your line of sight when you press the button, it'll be like, hey guys, we're getting shot at. I don't know where it's coming from. Or if you are looking at them, or if you have them in your general line of sight, like, hey, I think that they're coming from the southwest. And if you manage to get your like reticle over them, you'll tag them. Your squad gets the tag too, and you'll deliver more specific information. Like, hey, they're shooting at us from the ridge. Like all of that, just using like a single context sensitive button. Like that's really good. Really, really good. Like I like the fact that one person on the team kind of like serves as the jump master at the beginning of the match. So like one of the 3 of the people is like, okay, we're jumping here, and then all 3 people jump. So that way you don't end up in that like Fortnite issue where you're like one person is on the wrong side of the map. They're like, I forgot to jump. Please help. So, man, I want to get in there. Guys, do you want to get in there? Do you want to get in there?
I'll mess around with that.
Tegan? You'll be with friends. Safe space.
Yeah, but my friends are you guys. I don't know how good that's gonna go.
Tegan, that's not fair.
No, it's kind of fair, dude, if we're being real. But if
we're being real, like, I am the largest liability.
Teagues, we're playing for jokes, though. It's for the bit.
Tegan,
it'll be chill.
When I played the Fortnite with Rocky, he died almost immediately by accident because of his bravery. And then I spent 20 minutes in a closet and we won.
First of all,
okay.
like Brian survived like the last 5 minutes of the fight without me. I lived through half the thing and I was guiding him the whole time. Like, chill out, Brian. Almost immediately? Like, don't put that disrespect on my name, man.
See, and this is what I'm not so sure about.
Okay. We're probably not going to fight that much. It'll just
There were no
like,
fights at the time. It was just me in a closet going, oh god, oh god, oh god.
That
sounds
actually
like
what
me.
happened.
That sounds like me.
Tegan, it'll be fun.
How do I shoot? How do I shoot? That's what it's going to be.
And that's fine, Tegan, that's fine.
Oh, I gotta fix that second PS4 controller. I keep forgetting.
So, yeah, I'm saying we should do this. It sounds like a lot of fun. I think we'll have a time.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
All right. I think we'll PS4. All right.
Sure.
Cool. Man. Rocky.
Yeah.
Tell me something.
Sure, man. Well, like, a GTA 5 cheat maker has been ordered to pay $150,000 in copyright damages. Well, actually, justice in the world might be a little overstepping it. I'll get into it. Last August, the company filed a case against Florida resident Johnny Perez, accusing him of copyright infringement by creating and distributing a cheating tool. The software, known as Elusive, could be used to cheat and grief or interfere with the gameplay of others. Initially, the game company was open to negotiating a settlement, but due to the lack of response, it saw no other option than to take the cheatmaker to court. Perez, however, did not respond to the complaint, which prompted Take-Two to file for a default judgment. This week, the court ordered on the motion for default judgment, siding with the game company. We have a quote. Take-Two has been irreparably harmed by Mr. Perez's infringing conduct and will continue to be harmed unless enjoined, U.S. District Court Judge Kevin Castell writes in his order. Mr. Perez's Elusive program creates new features and elements in Grand Theft Auto which can be used to harm legitimate players, causing Take-Two to lose control over its carefully balanced plan for how its video game is designed to be played, he writes. In addition, the judge notes that the cheat discouraged users from future purchases and gameplay, and that the unlimited currency cheat undermined Take-Two's pricing and sales of legitimate virtual currency.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I hate that phrase, right? Legitimate virtual currency.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Sorry, I can cheat so I can get infinite fake money for my fucking game. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord.
The court, therefore, finds the cheatmaker guilty of both willful direct and willful contributory copyright infringement, as well as breaching Take-Two's user agreement. Judge Castell ordered Perez to pay the maximum statutory damages of $150,000 and an additional $66,868 in attorney fees. To our knowledge, this is the highest damages amount that has ever been awarded in a video game cheating case. In addition to the monetary damages, the court also issued a permanent injunction prohibiting Perez from continuing infringing activities moving forward. So yeah, that happened this week. That we talked about the case a little bit last year, and now it's done, but arguably because Perez never showed up to court.
I hope he doesn't fake his death.
Well, I mean, he is from Florida. He might actually fake his death.
I hope he faked his death because that's why he didn't show up to court.
Yeah. I mean, do we know where he was when he wasn't in court?
No. Hasn't been confirmed. No one's heard from him yet.
Okay, well, then I'm going to say this before we go any further. I hope he's safe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But beyond that, go to court. You know, hope you're safe. Go to court.
This might have been a pretty good, case to fight. 'Cause, irreparable damage is definitely something that could have been argued against. I still think they might have actually irreparably damaged the game. Unless, they changed, the virtual currency, how it works fundamentally, or, changed, how the game, or if they introduce a new currency and, invalidate the old one. Using new code, but that's still iffy. Because, maybe Elusive could have been adapted in a way that would have, still affected that.
Yes.
But the idea that, that Take-Two has a right to control the virtual economy and their legitimate virtual currency seems like a stretch. And that's something I would have loved to see the argument for in court.
I feel like so much of this is just punitive on the from the judge's perspective of well, fine, you didn't show up, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a real strong argument to be made that because the percentage of the player population in GTA Online that was using the elusive mod menu is like a statistically insignificant percentage. Like when you have like less than 1% of your player base doing this. Now, admittedly, that means that like with the size of a player base as large as GTA Online, then that means that like you could still have like say more than 1 million people doing it, but that's just because of the size of the GTA Online player base. But if you've got more than 100 million active players and 1 million people doing this, then they're a small percentage of the total player population. But
it's a significant amount of money.
Right, but it's a significant amount of money getting pumped into the game's economy, which is essentially causing wild inflation. So if you're Joe customer who isn't cheating, then what are you more inclined to do? I don't know. Go buy another copy of GTA 5 because it comes with a fucking shark card? Like, I think that there is probably an argument to be made that Elusive drove sales of the game.
That would be an interesting counter argument.
Yeah.
I would have seen a judge respond to that. That would have been cool. Well, I hope so. Well, I hope someone finds Johnny Perez. I hope he's okay. And I hope he appeals this, honestly. Because I think there's a fight to be had.
Yeah, I really do. Like, the idea that, like, I think irreparable harm is kind of a ridiculous claim.
It's pretty dramatic. I think there's some weight to it, but it's still dramatic nonetheless.
Yeah, like, I think that there are a few situations in the history of video games where either platform holders or game makers could legitimately claim, and then we had irreparable harm done to us. I think that the people who cracked the Sega Dreamcast in 1999 did irreparable harm to the Sega Dreamcast.
I believe that.
Yeah, because you had people in dorm rooms downloading whole Sega Dreamcast games, burning them to fucking CDRs. And, like, yep, that was how quickly that game got cracked and people started just distributing games for free. Like, at the same time people were getting their MP3s on Napster, they were downloading Sega Dreamcast games. And it killed that console in the space of, like, the first 3 months that thing was out.
Tragic.
Yeah, like, so that's irreparable harm. That's what irreparable harm looks like. Take-Two. It does not look like, oh, well, we think we could have sold all of the shark cards. Instead, we only sold 80% of the shark cards. Like, come on. Come the fuck on. Tegan, do you have any other news that we can file under come the fuck on?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit, you know.
Okay.
So the Switch apparently missed hardware target goals because Nintendo didn't convey appeal of the system.
Come the fuck on.
Yeah! So, the Japanese giant initially expected the Switch to sell 20 million units by the end of the fiscal year, which is March 31st of this year, but recently lowered that forecast to 17 million units. Although Nintendo still managed to grow year-over-year hardware sales in every region, President Shuntaro Furukawa claims it hasn't done enough to convey the unique merits of the system to potential buyers. Quote, "As we look back so far for this fiscal year, we now evaluate that our efforts to fully convey the appeal of Nintendo Switch hardware and software to the number of new consumers we originally hoped to reach were insufficient. Additionally, while we expected that releasing titles during the holiday season would help increase sales, the year-on-year sales increase during the first half of the fiscal year, which is April to September, turned out not big enough, which also affected the revision of the unit forecast as we look back now. Moving into the next fiscal year, Furukawa wants to see Nintendo increase both Switch hardware and software sales by, quote-unquote, enriching its game roster and better marketing the device."
So what I'm seeing here is apparently it looks like we were both right. Because you guys were like, yeah, Brian, Smash can carry Nintendo through Christmas, but that's all that Smash did. It did carry them through Christmas, but by not really having anything else on their roster that year, they missed their targets.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. There's something that came out in the wake of this story, because after this story hit, Nintendo, of course, went to people for additional comment on it. And one of the things that they said that drove me up the fucking wall, because it made me think back to E3 last year, is Nintendo said, we have several unannounced first-party titles for the Switch for 2019 that we have not discussed yet.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
it wasn't great. I'm
like, why the fuck have you not discussed them yet? Why the fuck have you not mentioned that they exist yet? Like, what? Like, I'm all in favor of, like, shorter hype windows and, like, getting away from the whole idea of, like, an endless hype cycle. But I think that one of the things that people were probably looking for last year, is just some sign that their Switches, or their potential Switches, were not just going to be machines to play Zelda and Mario on. Like, what else is there? What else is there? And if you looked at their presentation last year, the answer that they gave to that question was Smash. That was the extent of the answer that they gave, which was, based on sales numbers, good enough for a lot of people. A lot of people. But there certainly were some other people who felt some frustration and were like, I'd like to know what the fuck is going on. Like, you haven't even talked at all really about this, or any kind of significant about this Yoshi game that is coming out very soon. Or, what the fuck is going, what are we going to see, Nintendo? What have you got on deck? Mm-hmm. Man, oh man. Like, I hope that they just start to give us some signals as to, like, what we can expect from them this year.
I want to know when that Animal Crossing and that Luigi's Mansion are coming out.
Yeah, like, I want to know about their big stuff, but I'm cool with a lot of quiet releases.
Okay, and here's a good example of, like, a tier of game that I would be perfectly cool with, like, and then it just comes out. Like, if they said, like, okay, guys, we've got a game, it's called Sushi Striker, Way of the Sushido, and it's out now. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they have, like, existing franchises, that people give a shit about, then maybe give folks a heads up. That might be a thing. Like they said, several first-party titles for 2019. Now, if they're all new IP, then by all means, blow me away. Be like, holy shit, this is all new IP. But, and if you want to keep some of them close to the vest for surprise releases, cool. But, let us know about some of them. Because I think one thing that ARMS definitely was a victim of was, like, confusing and insufficient messaging. There were some people after that very first Nintendo presentation in January of 2017, like the very first presentation where they're like, okay, there's a thing, it's called the Switch, it comes out in March. That when they saw the very first preview for ARMS, weren't even clear that ARMS was a game. They're like, are they just talking about the fact that the Switch has motion controls? Like, what's going on here? So, clearly articulate your new IP, because when you do clearly articulate your new IP, you end up with Splatoon. People get a clear idea. Or if any of this new stuff that you're working on, Nintendo, is maybe in a hot genre, maybe let us know about that stuff, and the other stuff can be surprises. Like, Nintendo, if you've got a Battle Royale game, let us know, okay? Let us know. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, once again, Apex Legends just kind of fucking happened, Like, it's just like, hey, Apex Legends is out now, and it's like, it blew up.
Okay,
you know
that's
what
fair.
I mean?
That's true. They did go from announced to release in less than 24 hours and are now one of the hottest things in gaming. So,
yeah.
I'll put it this way. Nintendo, if you've got Dota Auto Chess, let us know.
No, okay, so, like, my thing about it, like, I don't think they should have made that announcement. I know why they did it, because, like, they're trying to, like, appease, like, people who aren't sure if Switch has anything coming.
Right.
Because they're not, like, constantly shouting about it. But, like, my position is just, like, they're constantly adding stuff to the Switch library, and a lot of it's third party. A lot of it's just, like, Steam ports and, like, random vaporware. But Nintendo's bread and butter is definitely first party, and there isn't a lot of, like, first party that we know about that's coming soon. Like, I mean, they've announced, like, 3 houses. They announced the Animal Crossing game. They've recently pushed back Metroid Prime 4 and the Mario Kart mobile game. So they needed to say that something is coming soon, but they could have said new first party stuff is coming soon, not like, oh, we have a lot of unannounced, like, first party stuff that you don't know about yet. And it's like, cool, like, tell us about it. Or, like, don't. If there are games coming, just tell us there are games coming. And, like, or do a direct, Like, we're, like, due on a direct. I don't remember when the last one was. Like, late November or some nonsense?
It's been a minute. I'm going to see if I can find out. I'm typing into Google, last Nintendo Direct. Yeah, November 1st.
Yep.
Called it. That kind of announcement, like, that is a non-announcement, Like, there are first-party games coming soon. Like, do a direct. Like, put together, like, 30-second trailers of, like, all the shit that you want to talk about. Then we'll talk about it. And then the internet can go nuts, or not, or whatever. But, like, they just made a non-announcement. They want us to react to it. And I guess we are reacting to it, but I wish we hadn't. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that they can... I think they can give us more than coming to your smartphone, Dr. Mario World.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did announce that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think people are looking to throw some money at their Switches. People are looking to commit to Switches. Also, Nintendo, I realize that you're probably sitting on the announcement of this, like, smaller Switch. It might be time to let people. Know.
I could have sworn I read something in Gama Sutra that's saying that they're not iterating the Switch hardware, like, anytime soon. Like, I know there was that Wall Street Journal, like, article that said that they are developing a new Switch, and it's unclear if it's higher specs or, like, more durable for children. But I think I read something, like, last week, I swear to God, where it's just like, we're not iterating the Switch anytime soon. I'll find it. I'll, like, post it on Twitter.
So, like, there was some follow-up stuff that dropped this week where it looks like it's not a more powerful Switch. Like, it's gotten to the point now where, like, it's pretty imminent. Like, the Nikkei is like, okay, like, any time now, the announcement that we're going to get is for a smaller, more durable Switch. There's things that they don't know, like whether or not whether it's using, like, say, the same size Joy-Cons, that kind of thing. Whether it comes with a dock at all, or you would have to buy a dock separately. Like, this stuff we don't know, but, like, smaller and more durable appear to be the watchwords. And, like, I think that's probably a good move, because Nintendo got to a point with their 3DS and DS price points during the life cycle of those machines that parents were just comfortable giving their kid, like, I don't know, here's a 3DS, kid, go wild. But at $300, people are kind of shy with just handing their kids Switches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's wise for them to iterate on the hardware in that direction. I would like to see some announcement on that, because I think that is going to probably push a lot of new sales. Also, I think that that would be a great situation for them to talk about, like, the ability to move your saves via their cloud with their online service. That's a great opportunity to talk about that. Also, did you guys see that thing about people sniffing files for the NES Online app and discovering SNES games in there?
I did not see that, no.
Yeah. So it looks like they're ready to go with putting SNES games in the Nintendo Online game app.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they should start, like, they can sell some fucking games if they want to sell some fucking games. Like, and I've always appreciated their caution, but the one thing that I really appreciated most recently is their transparency. When they came out there and were like, hey guys, Metroid Prime floor blew up on us, back to the drawing board, you're still getting it, it's just going to be a while. That felt good, didn't it? Like, it sucks not having Metroid Prime 4 for a while, but it felt a lot better than what we usually get from this industry. So, I mean, Nintendo, earn some goodwill. Just come out there and be like, small tough Switch coming, SNES games coming, you know, Battle Royale coming, like, whatever it is, just like, you have people who are just waiting for excuses to be brand ambassadors for you. I love Nintendo. When I have an excuse to sing their praises, I'm happy to do it. But I'm not going to carry water for them when there isn't reason to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you who I don't carry water for.
Is it Activision?
It's fucking Activision.
Yay! What'd they do now?
Activision to give $15 million sweetener to its CFO, Dennis Durkin. Dennis Durkin will receive $11.3 million in restricted stock units tied to operating income and earnings per share targets, and a $3.75 million sign-on bonus. The company reported Friday in a regulatory filing that is on top of his $900,000 base salary and his $1.35 million target bonus. This is the second time Dennis Durkin has been the CFO of Activision. He served in the post for 5 years until May of 2017, when he became COO. He returned to the role this week after Spencer Newman left to take the CFO job at Netflix. Activision fired Newman, whose contract barred him from negotiating with other potential employers. So I just want to pause here for just a second on this first point. So it's not even like this Dennis Durkin guy was an external they had to lure to Activision. He was already at Activision as the CEO.
They just had to change his fucking title.
Yes, but yet he's getting a $3.75 million sign-on bonus, $11.3 million in restricted stock.
But he's not signing on.
Yeah.
He's not signing on.
That sounds like a title change that I could be interested in.
Rocky for CFO.
I'm running, man.
Yeah. So, I think, here we go. Here's where we're all going to go fucking saying. Activision Blizzard is planning on announcing job cuts on Tuesday.
Why?
In the face of slowing sales, according to people familiar with the matter.
But what about that fucking $15 million sign-on bonus? Couldn't that go somewhere more productive?
The layoffs, which could number in the hundreds, are part of a restructuring aiming at centralizing function and boosting profit.
You know, one way to boost profit? Just not give your fucking CEO, CFO fucking $15 million in fucking bonuses. God, it makes me sick. I want to vomit everywhere.
Over the past year, a number of major executives have left Activision Blizzard, including Eric Hirschberg, CEO of Activision Publishing, and Mike Morhaime, the longtime head of Blizzard. We talked a little bit about this, I think, last week, with the idea of, like, where the fuck is Activision right now? What the fuck is Activision even doing? Their software, sales are dipping, and I think that the clearest articulation I have of this right now is that the problem that Activision has, and this is a same problem that EA has, is that they are that guy who walks into a casino in a pair of sunglasses, walks up to the craps table, and then puts $100,000 that they stole from the record store on the table, and it's like, put it all on black. And then they're like, well, sir, it's not black. You just lost the $100,000 that you stole from the record store. Thank you. And then that's where they are. Like, Activision is not placing lots of little bets. They are not. They're putting out these like $100 million, $200 million video games. And then when these games go fucking tits up, they're like, what do we do? Let's fire a bunch of people. Jesus. It's goddamn. Like, you guys are old enough to remember the PS2 era. Like, games were coming out left and fucking right. You couldn't walk into a video game store on Tuesday without there being 10 new games. And, you know, the reason for that is that, like, the budgets were not what they are now. Like, this exponential growth of the budget of games is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Rock, you have a think. What's up?
This feels shitty to say, but this makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Activision gave $15 million to keep their COO after, like, demoting him when, like, they've been losing, like, high-level, like, executives. They're nearing the end of a console cycle where they don't know what the new hardware is yet, and they don't want to commit to the old hardware.
It's important to remember that just because you and I, the consumer, don't know about hardware, like, I'm sure that at the highest level and on some dev teams, Activision does know what that looks like, because there are always third-party games ready to go when consoles launch.
Right.
And being that Activision is the largest video game publisher in the world, they are probably somebody that Microsoft and Sony have already briefed on tech specs. And hell, there are probably guys walking down hallways in Activision who are like, yep, it's a small Switch. Fuck off. I know about it.
Well, I mean, maybe they do have the specs for, like, specifically the PS5 or whatever the next iteration of, like, the Xbox's console is. Right. Or maybe they're already experimenting with, like, the data that both Microsoft and Google has pulled for, like, streaming gaming, and they might be messing with that.
Right.
But even then, they're still hemorrhaging high-level executives.
Yep.
Like, their CFO just left to Netflix, and, like, they have a CFO. Like, he's just currently COO right now, so they paid him to not only, like, take the demotion, but also to stay. Because if they had just demoted him, he very well could have just been like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna go to Amazon. This is definitely bad for the people that will almost certainly get laid off. Not only is that money, like, missing, like, at the top, but also they may not have the number of active projects that they're willing to commit to at the moment. And maybe they would be. Maybe they are, like, committed to, like, developing things that are specifically going to be streamed, or things that will fit into, like, the next generation of PC, Xbox, and, like, PS4, because I don't think Activision really develops for, like, Switch and whatnot, and even if they did, like, usually there's, like, mid-tier stuff that could just be pared down and, like, adapted to Switch. But I think they're operating in uncertainty, and that's, like, keeping their top-level people and cutting costs. But it's still shitty. I'm just saying I think I actually understand.
I definitely think I understand where their logic is coming from. Doesn't mean I necessarily agree with it, but I can figure out why they did it. Just like,
right.
You know, if somebody were to be like, we must put the leeches upon him to get the bad humors out. Like, I understand what their thinking is. Doesn't mean I think it's good thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess what I'm saying, like, when I say I understand, is that I see their strategy and I don't know how I would have responded to it if I did not do that.
Okay, let's say for a second I'm Bob Activision.
Yeah, Bob Activision.
I'm
Bob Activision.
I'm Bob Activision. Hey, everybody.
There we go.
I'm Bob Activision.
There it is. That's a timber.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Bob Activision. Just wanted to check in with you, the general public, and let you know what we're doing here at my company, Activision, named after me, Bob Activision, to try and more closely align with what we think that you, the consumer, wants while creating a sustainable gaming company that'll be around for years to come. I mean, remember, we're the guys that gave you Pitfall, motherfuckers. Like, we're not going away. We're just not.
Fucking Pitfall. God damn it.
Yeah, so anyway, here's what's up. Here's what the poop is. First thing, Call of Duty. We've got 3 studios on it right now. You know what? Not a great idea. Not a great idea. Having between 3 to 4 different 100+ member studios working on Call of Duty all the fucking time is not a great idea. So here's the first major change. Call of Duty has been annualized now for 15 years. Guess what? It's not anymore. It's not annualized anymore. It's not going to be as regular as your Madden from your boys over EA. No, you're going to get Call of Duty once every 3 years. Shocker, isn't it? Wild. Wow. That means that we now have 3 studios that we can put on other shit. Isn't that crazy? Totally. You'll get your Call of Duty once every 3 years. The other cool thing about that is that's probably going to help to preserve player counts for Call of Duty games. Because as it is right now, you like Call of Duty, you're enjoying it, one comes out next November, guess what happened to the player count of that Call of Duty that you do enjoy? It's gone now. Because they all moved on. So we have all of these abandoned, half-empty servers for 2-year-old games. Also, another thing that we're going to do here, you guys remember Skylanders and how, like, the toys were constant and terrible? Skylanders is going to continue to exist, but the game itself, the base game, is no longer $60. That's free to play now. You just get the game. And then if you buy the toys, cool. Are we changing anything about the game? Like locking out the ability to finish it? Like because you used to be able to finish the game if you just bought it or downloaded it? Yeah, that still works. You still don't need to buy the toys to finish the game. We just hope you will because of the availability of this game. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that we think that just making this thing available will incentivize this stuff? We're kind of looking at it the way fucking cartoons worked in the 80s. Everybody watched the He-Man, so they wanted to buy the He-Man. That's our plan. Also, we're going to acknowledge the fact that we have a very long, very big, very special history as a company. People went apeshit when we recently released some Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. So it's possible that we have a catalog that we're not exploiting. It's shocking that a company as old as mine, Bob Activision's, can go without acknowledging its history, but we've got a bunch of cool stuff. And there's a bunch of amazing talent out there, and it might be fun to put together some smaller teams, 20, 40, 60-member teams, and let them run wild with some older Activision IP. I would love to see what a innovative thinker might do with Pitfall in 2019. What does that look like? Does it feel like Uncharted? Does it feel like Spelunky? Does it feel like Uncharted dry humped Spelunky's leg? Let's find out. Let's do it. Let's see what's up. And we're also going to more effectively support our partners at Nintendo. As it is, there has not been a Call of Duty game on a Nintendo platform since the fucking Wii U. And that was COD Blops 2. That's how long it's been. So how about this? We're going to bring Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the one that everybody likes, to Switch. You're welcome. Enjoy that.
Wait, hold on. Did you truncate Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to COD Blops 2?
Yes.
I believe he did, yeah.
Okay, I just want to catch that. Just want to make sure.
Here at Activision, we're so busy making money, we can't say whole words. Okay? That's what we do here.
Wait, what? What? Huh?
That one was actually confusing. That you could use a bit of explanation on that one.
I'm just saying that we're so busy stacking the bins. We say bins because Benjamin's takes too long. That we can't take the time to say Black Ops 2. So we need to say Blops 2 because it takes less time. I'm Bob Activision here, motherfuckers. Also, new Rampage. It's going to be an arcade experience. It requires 3 players at a time. You know, one of you's the gorilla, one of you's the wolf, one of you's the dinosaur thing. And it comes with beer holders, and we ship it to all the Dave & Buster's. Like, look. Basically, we need to make less zillion-dollar games and more, like, million-dollar games. Like, it's kind of where we're at. Welcome to Activision. Does anyone have any questions? I'm Bob Activision!
What is this? Hi, I'm 12, what?
I'm 12.
Well, thank you, 12. You're our key demographic.
But pivoting to, like, adult barcades as, like, a additional revenue stream seems like something that would be a really good idea.
Yep.
Especially just retrofitted, like, arcade games where they feel like old retro games, but they play like arcade games. I mean, it's obviously, like, more expensive, I think, but it depends on, like, how intense the game development is. Because if they don't spend $100 million on, like, the development, they could probably afford to build cabinets.
Oh, sure. Yeah, like, I mean, picture Activision, instead of spending $150 million to make another Call of Duty to follow up last year's Call of Duty, cut a check for, I don't know, a couple $1,000,000 to the guys who made Killer Queen and said, make us a Rampage that we can put in a cabinet with a 10-foot tall screen. Can you picture, you know those giant fucking,
yeah,
Pac-Man? Can you picture walking into like a barcade and there being like a 3-man machine to play fucking Rampage with a 10-foot tall screen?
That sounds fucking dope.
It does. It sounds like I would want to do that all fucking day. Like, I mean,
it'd be Brian's happy place.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, I call the gorilla. Let's go. Like, I'm saying that they have this amazing back catalog and they come up with ideas left and right that people are into. They just run them into the fucking ground. Just give stuff room to breathe and spend less money. Jesus fucking Christ.
So what we're saying is Brian for Activision COO. That's
Brian for Activision COO. Yep.
Oh.
That sounds about right.
You're going to be Suzaku the counterattack. I'm not sure if you get that anime reference, but I sincerely hope you do. That would be really great. And then Tegan could be Lelouch of the Rebellion from, like, outside at, like, the ESA.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll be Lelouch.
I think that, like, if I get this job, then what I will do is I will definitely also still roll out, like, telling people to please understand.
Shit.
You know, but like, please understand, you're getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare on Switch because everybody likes that one. Reliably. You all like it. Who here doesn't like Modern Warfare? Okay, I saw him.
You throw that guy out the window?
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, that guy's gone.
That's me! I'm thrown out the window!
And that's why Tegan's like Lelouch of the Rebellion.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not part of it. I'm just like...
That's her origin story.
I'm just hanging.
But Tegan was actually a plant the whole time. Like, it comes back in the finale.
Dun dun dun.
And then Tegan ends up on a Japanese farm.
The true finale.
I also think that they could benefit from spending some of their, like, money on smaller studios and then just letting them do whatever they want. You know, like, go pick up some indie teams and then be like, hey, indie team, this is, like, Craig, Tim, and Sarah. They are at your disposal now, so now you've got more headcount, and because we bought you, gee, you don't have to plan for it. You don't have to be like, how do we pay Craig, Tim, and Sarah? Because we pay for Craig, Tim, and Sarah. We look forward...
Yay!
Yeah, we look forward to what
Craig, Tim, and Sarah are funded!
Yep, and it's like, well...
No stretch goal required.
Exactly. And it's like, well, what are you guys working on? It's like, I don't know. It's a cooking game where you skateboard.
How about no? How about that's not what you were working on. That's actually the exact opposite of what you were working on.
I'm just saying, like, let them make the fucking cooking skateboarding game.
Here's a way better idea.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Basically, Activision, fix your shit. Who wants to talk about what came out on Steam?
Yeah, let's get around
You
to
do.
that.
It's more like my solemn duty. 79 games came out on Steam yesterday.
That's a little low.
It's a little low. And we've got 9 on Steam so far today.
Okay.
We've got Guilds of Delinar. Guilds of Delinar is a guild management game with a tactical combat system where you fight for control of towns by managing your heroes, their gear, and what quests you do. I don't know.
It's all menus?
It looks like a lot of menus.
Yeah,
Next up, we have Dungeon Cleaning Express.
What?
Dungeon Cleaning Express.
Wait.
Yes.
What kind of dungeon?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Monster, not horny.
Okay.
I'm on board again.
Tegan, what's wrong with a horny dungeon?
Horny dungeons are, like, kind of the worst, dude.
I don't want to clean someone's horny dungeon.
You know what? That's
also
a really
true.
good point, Tegan. They should have to do that shit themselves.
Yes.
Dungeon Cleaning Express is a 2D action platformer in which you play as a professional dungeon cleaner who uses bombs and dynamites to destroy monsters and other hostile creatures. Okay, so there's no actual cleaning mechanics. This is just a shitty
So
platformer.
it's not like I have a series of adventurers coming through this dungeon in 2 days. I need you to mop all the floors.
Yeah.
It's
That
not
would
that
be-
kind of. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Good
Like,
idea.
I'm looking for like a bunch of fucking flipped over turtle shells and shit.
And like you have to put them back and they just walk around.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, where you're just like, sigh, like that kind of thing. Like, come on. Come
You
on.
have to buff like the scorch marks off the wall and
Yeah.
stuff. Mop up the blood from the floor.
Next up, we have Caladria Chronicles. Caladria Chronicles is a kinetic novel spanning several genres, complete with full voice acting. Follow Princess Nirisu fuck me.
Follow a princess.
Follow Princess and her friends as they enjoy life, have crazy adventures, and maybe even save the world.
Oh, that sounds cute. What's the graphics requirement? Is it reasonable? Because that sounds cute.
Yep. Yeah, this looks like it is this is just a good time visual novel.
Okay.
Aww.
Send it to Teagues. Teagues might play it.
I might play it.
Bitch,
I might. Bitch, I might.
Bitch, I might. Next up, we have The Last Letter.
Isn't it just Z?
It is no. Fuck you, Rocky.
What do you mean? Like, that's not a question. It's just like the last letter. Like, okay, whatever.
It is
Go
a
ahead.
VR narrative puzzle game. An enigmatic letter of girlfriend's grandma accompanying an antique board game will lead. All right, I'm going to start the sentence over because I'd like for it to make sense with human words.
Sure.
An enigmatic letter of girlfriend's grandma accompanying an antique board game will lead you to the discovery of a mysterious and fantastic world.
So it's just Jumanji with a letter.
I guess?
Okay.
Requires either HTC Vive or Oculus Rift.
Okay.
It's $20.
$20 for VR Jumanji?
Yeah, it looks like it, and that looks like it is straight up ass VR Jumanji.
Okay.
What else we got? My House.
In the middle of the street?
Is that a game?
Build your house according to your desires in my house. Let your
What?
In the middle of the street.
Play.
My house. In the middle of my house.
let your creativity express itself in a chill atmosphere.
Okay, what's the graphical fidelity on it?
That's pretty low. It's definitely potato tier.
Damn, we're not... Is it like 16-bit or is it at least like Sims level?
It's like Sims level.
Yeah, okay, then I can just play The Sims. Whatever, it's okay.
I agree. The graphics requirements are not suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Although I kind of want to key in on this part of this. Okay, we do not believe that our game is perfect. We have to spend a lot of work on the game before the full release. That will allow us to advance and improve the game while giving you the first version of the game. This will allow us to receive your feedback and know what we need to edit or add. Okay. We plan to add more decorations, other biomes, more props.
Okay.
Next up is Poor Stickman.
Sure.
This poor stickman is attached and cannot deliver himself. Unfortunately for him, the freedom will certainly be even more painful.
What?
That's real tragic. Is it Russian? I feel like it's Russian.
What the fuck is this?
What did that say? Can you read that sentence again and tell me what it said?
Sure.
Well, 2 sentences, actually, I think.
Let's break it down. This poor stickman is attached and cannot deliver himself.
Attached to what?
I don't know. There's definitely a missing noun there.
Yeah.
Object, I guess.
Unfortunately for him, the freedom will certainly be even more painful. So, looking at the screenshots, it appears to be that the core premise of the game is at the start of every level, the stick man is hanging from a noose in an effort to commit suicide.
Oh, jeez.
Rude!
And then you swing the stick man using physics, and you knock him into shit to, like, solve puzzles in the level, which will lead to the stick man experiencing a more painful death than death by hang. That appears to be the gimmick of this game.
No.
So when they say that,
canceled. This is canceled.
So when they say the poor stick man is attached and cannot deliver himself, they mean he cannot deliver himself to death.
He can't kill himself. Nope, this game is canceled.
And when they say, unfortunately for him, the freedom will be even more painful, it's because the solving of the puzzles give him a more painful ending.
No, this is canceled. I'm canceling this game. I'm canceling it right now.
See, this feels like a much less, this feels like a much more crude, less featured version of the Mystic.
Like this feels like something which is kind of ill-considered and exists for purposes of shock.
Right.
Yeah. This is also another argument for curation on the fucking Steam store.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. What else do we have? Got 2 more. Okay. Next up is G-Gang! Exclamation point.
Oh shit. Alright.
G-Gang is a virtual reality baseball game. You can either play the game along with an AI pitcher or with another player using a single device.
Mm-hmm.
Local multiplayer, 2 players can enjoy the game with a single VR device, have fun playing a baseball game where one wears a VR device being a hitter and the other one is a pitcher. Shouting and shaking system. Does the ball keep getting missing or does the ball throwing hits the bat? What the fuck?
Yeah!
Man, there's a lot of...
Doesn't keep hits the bat?
Keep hits...
Wow! I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Raise the gauge by shouting at the VR device or shaking the controller. Special skill will be activated once the gauge is fully charged.
The gauge! Charge the gauge!
Look for chances to win a losing game through powerful hits. The size of the strike zone automatically changes based on the player with VR device's height. Enjoy G-Gang with everyone. No.
Enjoy, G-Gang.
No, it's probably the right answer to that one, Brian.
Please enjoy, G-Gang.
No. Not gonna.
Please.
Last up is top torch. When the torch is touched, the top torch wins. Fly with finesse and defeat your friends.
What?
The top torch is a competitive game for 2 players sharing a single keyboard. The controls are simple and can be learned within seconds, but mastering the intricacies of flight will require much more practice. Accompanying a neon-lit geometric art style and lush musical landscape, Top Torch is centered around superbly satisfying physics-based combat and mechanics which contain tactical depth within their mechanical simplicity. It is the first public release of indie developer Colin Hopkins.
What?
So it appears to be like there are these little single-screen mazes, and you control like a little like floating diamond shape. And what you are trying to do is get on top of the other flying little floating diamond shape. And whenever the two connect or touch, the one which is above the other one wins. So it's all about trying to like find a way to get supremacy over the other diamond. This actually looks simple and clever. Yeah. I hope it is simple and clever.
It sounds like it's mechanically intensive. That, like, moving around is kind of... Like, movement is, like, a chore in addition to, like, getting to the end of the thing.
So, I don't know. I feel like the big winner for this week is probably... either Dungeon Cleaning Express or Poor Stickman for the Why Are These Here? And then I think...
Well, like, Dungeon Cleaning Express is actually just, like, a platformer.
Right.
With bombs and whatnot.
Yes. Okay, yeah, Poor Stickman is definitely this week's clear winner. Wow, okay. So, happy anniversary, y'all. Happy anniversary.
Well, guys, thank you for hanging out. Welcome to year 3 of Impossible Coin. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. You can also leave us a review there if you like what we're doing, or even if you don't. If you want to talk to any of us directly, you can find us on social media. Brian is on the Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Tegan is on Tumblr, all Impossible Coin. There's still music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It is produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ or on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. We still have a Discord. It's mostly for us these days, but we're going to try to find some new functionality and interactability in 2019. If you leave a review on iTunes, Brian owes you a special gift. He promises. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, I think that's been a show. I'm your host, Bob Activision. Peace.
Oh god, I'm just constantly confused and coming from behind, I guess? Tegan Somerset. Bye.
And I'm Rocky Hardy. Later.